Jeez.
Jesus.
Bruh.
And
Hey
that's how it
there, how's it
starts.
going, everybody? Beargunson here with the Beargunson podcast. Hope y'all are doing great. Let's get this thing started here.
You're joined here with your side host, Space Mermaid 001.
Hey.
Co-host. I meant co-host.
With our co-host Turbo Heart. No. Alright, with our temporary co-host, Space Mermaid here on
Because I like this
Space
chair and I
Marmalade.
didn't want to move out of this chair.
Well, we can always delete us that chair from existing. No,
You could, but I'd protest.
Nah.
Christopher, it was unfair.
Sorry,
There it is,
we
it
don't.
came up.
VR chat doesn't accept protests in this world. Sorry, no. Well, by the looks of the dev, they definitely don't listen. So, but anyhow, so how's your day going, Space Mermaid? How's it going?
I played Dragon Age for 3 hours.
Sheesh. And I've been seeing some ads for it recently. Some other stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You might have just saw like advertisements for the new game that's gonna come out, which I'm not gonna get because I just don't want. I can't. I don't. I don't feel like it's gonna be. It's like Mass Effect Andromeda, right? I knew there's something sus about it. Okay, even though there's the same.
Wait, about Dragon Age or
like the same people who made Dragon Age made Mass Effect BioWare.
Wait, really? Mass Effect's so good.
Really?
Yes, but then Andromeda fucking sucked. And before
I never tried Andromeda, so I'm not sure.
I knew it was gonna bomb like a person who ate Taco Bell. But
made by a person who made Taco Bell. Interesting.
So I didn't waste my money.
So you know that game is the bomb if they ate Taco Bell while making it.
Yeah, facts. Literally.
Well, like literally the bomb. It's gonna explode in their bathroom.
Even though there's the same writers as Dragon Age Inquisition, I don't trust it.
Why don't you trust it? Is there something like about the new game that's kind of gotten a little iffy, or?
Well, first, the Inquisitor is not going to be the main character, which I don't think makes really great sense plot-wise. And also, they had to redo the entire game, like, at one point, because at first it was going to be like a 4 co-op game, I think, and then they
Andromeda?
changed it. No, this on this call, it's called Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Oh, gotcha.
Spoilers. So, they originally were going to have multiple, but after also, BioWare also made that terrible game that I forgot the name of that looks
Hello Kitty Island Adventures.
No.
No? Oh, damn. So
yeah, Hello Kitty Island Adventures, right?
Right. That game's awesome. So good.
No, Anthem. They made Anthem and
Anthem Blue Cross. Yeah, it's Anthem Blue Cross.
Anthem did.
Yeah.
And
Anthem
after Anthem
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
disintegrated.
Yeah, it turned into an insurance company after. That's how bad the game was.
Right.
And I don't trust EA, and I don't, and also their
EA
work environment in BioWare. It's up your ass.
It's up your ass.
So I don't, and also I heard so many toxicities between Mass Effect, between what happened during the Mass Effect Andromeda thing and the Anthem thing, that the toxicity, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Interesting.
Anthem was so bad.
I'm
right.
Not
I mean, imagine all the health.
I was never
bills that could have been sorted out without.
I didn't buy Anthem. I didn't buy Andromeda. And I'm not gonna buy Dreadwolf. You can't make me. I'll just play my other games and I'll read my books. I have multiple Dragon Age books in my room.
So wait, was it a book first or a game first?
No, a game.
Interesting.
But some of the writers for the game made books to advertise the game. Like
interesting.
There's a prequel book of called Dragon Age Bada 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 that's supposed to set up like the civil war between Orlais and Ferelden. And then the one I really like is called Dragon Age Asunder, which sets up 10 years, which is after Dragon Age 2, which I think if you haven't played Dragon Age 2, but you played Origins, don't play 2. Play read Asunder, because that's a better sequel to Origins, in my opinion.
What about Goat Simulator?
Ooh, I know. I would definitely go for that, especially the new one's supposed to be coming out soon.
I've never played it, and I think I might get into that game next.
You could do it. I never played the game.
I never played it either. I just saw gameplay, and I was like, "This game's ridiculous."
I've played, I think, the 3 of their variants that they came out. So the ones like the Goat in Space, the Payday game they made of it. And then they had a whole they made a couple other ones that are pretty interesting. But yeah, the new one that they're supposed to be coming out with is going to be have multiplayer in it and other features as well compared to the original.
Dope.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what other new features they're going to be adding in there.
It is us 3.
Yes. The 3 Stooges.
Chat couldn't make it.
I'm a god.
Now you're the Stooge 1, Stooge 2, I'm Stooge 3.
I thought I was a skeleton.
Well, don't look much like a skeleton here.
Wait a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta wait for you to decompose and everything to be released into the environment. Yeah, we gotta fertilizer and all.
What'd you guys do over the weekend?
Yeah, just work. That's pretty much it.
Really?
Work.
Draw.
Yeah.
And cheat day.
Ooh. Interesting.
I had a fudge brownie ice cream with M&Ms.
Sheesh. Fudge brownies and M&Ms. But you know, there's something here that I do want to talk about a bit more. It's like some of the new stuff coming in through VRChat. I don't know if any of y'all saw the announcements for it.
Of course,
a lot of it's live right now.
I'm not crazy.
Some of it's live right now, actually.
Yeah, so I'm actually currently using the open beta right now as we speak.
And
I just installed it. Hold that tongue, dear, Michi. Hold that tongue, dear. So
and.
Oh no! I thought you froze. I was like, "Oh my god!"
No. But anyways, I have no real thoughts too much about it at the moment. I mean, I haven't really noticed, too many things new. I mean, at least not that I noticed yet. Right. Oh, but from what it looks like here, we do have an earmuff mode. Now we got.
What's that?
So basically,
cool.
You can adjust like the distance of the volume. From inside the game. You also got outside volume. You also got fall off, which I have no idea what the fall off does at the moment. I'll experiment with it later on.
Second thing again.
Outside volume, yeah.
So think of it like a dome. Think of it like a bubble, like a chat bubble. So people that are in your bubble, right? You can hear, and then outside the bubble is the volume. Think of it that. That's what they're doing now.
Right. So that's gonna be interesting. Also, the mic input sensitivity, mic output volume. I mean, it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. As far as anything else goes, let's see. Allow override by show avatar. Always show friends avatar.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I like to mention I also took my cat to get her shots.
Of course, you meant to interrupt.
I took my cat to get her vaccine. To get her up to date on her vaccines.
Oh, I thought you meant they're gonna get euthanized somehow.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, no. That's literally what I thought you meant. I was like, how are you so happy? Vaccine.
Today's another day my cat won't have
babies.
Right?
I was like, oh my god, I was so sad for a second. But okay, I'm glad that you're taking care of your cat.
She's gonna live a very long life.
Nice. All right.
On my bed right now, and she's so
what were you saying, Bear? Sorry.
And anyway, so as I'm looking through some of these settings here, through the new shit going through, so we got some instance of privacy and security, some new shit here. So it looks, it looks alright. I mean, there's some minor adjustment stuff. The one thing that I am looking for also looks like they got the new IK implemented into the system now, so it's no longer a beta. It's actually implemented.
Yeah.
As far as anything else,
wait, what's not in beta anymore?
The IK, so basically full body tracking stuff.
Oh, great. Useless to me.
Right. Let's see here. What else is new? Where else is new?
They got like little features like horizon adjust. You can adjust the horizon now. You can adjust like you can adjust like in VR. You can, if you're like laying down, instead of you seeing everything from the side, you can adjust it so even if you're laying down, you can like still see everything like how you're supposed to see it.
Right. Oh yeah, so you got some of those here. You got accessibility. The horizon adjust. What else? I think that's about it. It's really all it's new.
We should have a follow button for my Instagram.
Not yet, not quite yet. But the one thing I was actually looking at was for some of their other stuff that they were saying that they're planning on implementing, like the text to speech and some other like chat, like actual like text chat that they got that they said that they will be adding in later on. It doesn't look like it's in this beta. Maybe it'll be added to a later beta, but at least they're adding some smaller stuff that'll actually be useful to people. That may have.
It definitely sounds good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely can't wait to test those out, especially for those who said that about like the disabilities, like the deaf who may want to use the text to speech, or maybe someone that's a mute. Like, hey, I'd prefer being able to.
Maybe their mic broke.
Right, mic broke. Hey, they'll be able to use text to speech, or they'll use like just like the regular text to text chat. That's the one thing for this particular game I wish they would have implemented long ago. The text to text, at least for like the PC users, especially desktop. And for sure,
it's only because people complain enough that's why they're doing it now.
True, but like
I don't know if that's because they already had this underway. That's why they had to do EAC before they released all of this. So I actually think that so? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they already had this like planned out, but EAC had to come first in order to roll these things out. And now, don't get me wrong, I wonder if maybe they, because of people's reaction, they're like, yo, let's like get this rolled out quicker than usual. Maybe, I don't know. But I personally, I think like they already had, this was part of the plan. I know if I was from worked at VR chat and I had this planned, I would have done it this way. Like I would have had EAC and then implemented these things fairly quickly, because it seems like it's not really like, it's not anything like game altering, you know what I mean? It's not like now it doesn't use something with the processor, we rewrote the code. Like it's not like that. It's like, hey, we just added a feature.
Like they're just adding smaller end features that be more for like the comfort level more than actual like changing like the performance of the game, changing the way the graphics look.
I want more favorites. I need to collect more skeletons.
Well, VR Chat Plus for only $9.99 a month. Yes, get VR Chat Plus today. If you don't want it, well, sucks to suck. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know the devs were mentioning about adding some more favorite slots for the free side. Exactly how much that would be compared to VR
like
Chat
25 to 30.
Yeah, probably like the standard, like how they have it as their first joint for VR Chat Plus. Because right now, what is it up to 16 still, or
I think it's 25.
Is it 25 right now for free?
Yeah. Oh snap! Hold on, let me check. It made me move.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 25.
25 right now.
If you're for regular non-paying. You know what? That even if they increase it to 30, but you know what they could do, and I think this would be a good idea for them, is do it according to your rank. That way, people that do use VR chat a lot, like, oh, maybe like you give them like an extra 5 slots,
right? Like
when they're a brand new user, they only get like 15 slots.
Yeah, and then it kind of you level up from there.
Yeah, and then you get 20, and then 25, 30, and if a trusted user gets like 35 or something. That's my guess. It's like like I said, that's something I would do, because technically right now, like the trust level is not really. It's literally just a batch.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
Because
all
like
it
the
is.
only perk you get
does nothing.
is like when you're like a user or a known user to be able to upload VR avatars and worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's really the only perk you get. Other than that, it's like pretty much just for status, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
especially like when they used to have the veteran status, you know, above
Yeah.
trusted. They got rid of it, but apparently when at the time when people were using clients, they would say that they'll still be able to see others that had the veteran tag on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like even like for me, like they said that I had the veteran tag above my house. Like what? Like sheesh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, if you had it like that at that.
So you know, if they brought the veteran tag back and then added like the double the amount of favorites, then I think it would be worth it. You know, and then
I mean, I feel like people would do it if it was like you could only be veteran if you're trusted user and you're using VR Chat Plus. That's the only way you can get it.
That makes sense.
People would do it.
And it gives incentive, and then maybe add a little bit more to the VR Chat Plus to give more incentive to actually get it to make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I think that would be worth it for sure.
For sure.
Oh, show. And then for the freebies,
this is a new avatar, huh?
Oh yeah, new avatar. You know, got the whole little
not paying
tie.
a cent.
Sucks to suck. No,
I'm trying to save up my money for an avatar commission.
Nice.
Personal avatar commission or for somebody else?
I want someone. I want to commission my friend to make me a Space Mermaid avatar.
Sheesh.
But it's $1,000.
Well, why?
Wait, what? Yeah, you need a new friend.
Yeah, I need. Like, why $1,000 for an avatar?
You should see his avatars.
You what?
You should see his avatars.
Are they like excellent performance quality and look amazing at the same time and do a whole bunch of shit?
I mean, his main one is like a hot geth guy.
Probably
do
like
you want to see
very. I mean, yeah, show us the avatar if you got it.
Show us. Show us the $1,000 avatars.
Yes, show us.
Twitter. He has a Twitter.
I mean,
you don't have.
Well, I mean, do you have one of his avatars
avatar on?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, do you have the avatar on you?
I mean, if you have one of his avatars on you,
obviously not. I don't have one of his avatars on him, but I can show you guys a picture.
$1,000. Yo, this isn't the first time. I gotta say,
rip off.
I've been hearing about people paying thousands of dollars for avatars and worlds lately, and I like with worlds. I can kind of see it because some worlds they be doing some crazy shit. It is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Out of this, I'm like, wow, like okay, like that. This kind of makes sense. Like I guess because if they charge hourly, it does make sense. You know, it takes hours to make a world. You know, like especially depending. I'm pretty sure this didn't take you 5 minutes to make. You know what I mean? This probably took you hours.
No, this actually took me about like 30 minutes to make. So.
Oh, 30 minutes, you know.
Like 30 minutes
was
to
this
make.
A prefab? Was this a prefab or was it like from scratch?
No, this is all prefab stuff, you know.
Okay, see, this is so that you just like changed to like.
That's the thing too. Like most worlds are prefab worlds.
Yeah,
because you can find them on another site and you're like, oh shit, like this guy paid like $150 for this and it's a prefab that was sold for like $30.
Yeah, but some people. Yeah, that's
right.
true. That
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Too.
Yeah, avatars too. Yeah,
avatars. People buy like 20 or not even. I don't even think they buy them. They rip avatars that were like $20. They make it a little bit better or change it or add like something that's catchy and then they sell for 50 and people buy it. Like what is going on? Right. But I'm talking about like worlds and avatars that really start from scratch. Like there's no other ones like it. Like I've been to some worlds where like were you with me? The one where like the explosion had the cataclysm and then all of a sudden ships came in, you see like a storyline play. Like that world. You know what I mean? Like that. Okay, if somebody that dude I'm pretty sure just made it for himself. But if somebody was like, hey, I need this world made, that is all right. I could see where that would take several hours to the point
because like the time, the animation, the music, and everything.
I mean, hourly takes a while.
That I understand. That I understand there.
Let me explain what I sent you guys. So the first image was my friend, my friend he commissioned my friend to make him like a deer, make his first avatar.
So how much did he pay for that deer avatar?
Probably $1,000.
Jesus, bro, I'm about to start making avatars.
And then the second one is my friend's very own avatar.
The Geth?
Yeah, and I guess, but with a really fat ass.
I mean,
look, why not? Look, everyone's time is valuable.
Can I just
And
mention that the little his face, his face can move, I guess
for
actually
$1,000 though.
custom animations on the head. Come on, mate.
For $1,000 though.
Yeah, but his it looks so good though.
For $1,000 though.
That's what I'm saying.
And the chance of
I
somebody
think...
ripping it too, and then taking it from you, stealing it, and then, I mean, that could happen to the guy too, you know.
I'm a popular person. I don't think anybody's gonna steal from me.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, the people steal from anyone and everyone.
Yeah,
it happens. I mean, it's just $1,000. If it was maybe 100, I was like, okay, I can let it slide. 150, sure. But $1,000 for
hey,
one.
talk to the dude. Okay,
I'm guessing they start from scratch, and I get it. If it starts from scratch, then they probably do it hourly. You gotta think about starts from scratch. Maybe just that's 1 hour to just get the base going, and then another hour of getting it to work.
Custom animations.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool, but $1,000, goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. And this isn't the first time. I've actually been hearing a lot about people paying thousands of dollars now for avatars and worlds. And now the price is just going. It's just the prices just only have gone up, and especially what it is too, because not for nothing, which is a good thing, but a lot of ripping has been more brought to light. I remember ripping was so common. Remember we saw the site. It had our private avatars on that site ready for download. I'm like, bro. This is my own thing. And people. I remember seeing people with different variations of this avatar before Halo released, which is impossible because now they're everywhere because people rip from the game itself. They rip from Halo, right? But before that, you need to have this STL, and I'm like, there's nobody that's gonna have it. And then I see people with it. I'm like, how? And it'll be really crappy too, because the rip will never be a perfect unless they have everything you have. It'll always be kind of the shaders will be messed up a little bit. Kind of like a picture. If you send a picture to someone, they send it to someone, the quality just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, the UV mesh and everything.
Exactly. Starts to shit. So
they pretty much have to start over with the textures and everything to make it look nice.
But a lot of people just kind of throw a texture on there. Right. It just looks like doo-doo cheeks. But I'm like, how did they get this in the first place? And I'm like, oh, because like you said, literally they probably have bots that literally just rip these avatars.
Right.
I mean, it used to be really easy to rip the avatar. It used to be scary easy, right? So if you think about it, right? Your avatar, all of us, we have 3 avatars here, right? The way it works is, how do you see my avatar? How do you see my avatar? You know what I mean? How? What happens?
By looking at it.
Essentially, well, yeah, but what happens computer wise? It looks, I don't know what kind of piss you have. This is gold. Golden piss. P excellence. So essentially what happens is you join the server, right? This is what VR chat is that VR chat pretty much is just, it's like a website. Think of an avatar has a website, a web address, right? So what happens is when you load, and that's what that thing, how you'll see the blue guy and it says loading, and then finally you see my avatar. What it is it's just pretty much, oh, my right hand just died or something. Okay, there we go. All it is pretty much saying, hey, TurboHeart thing is vrchat.com/TurboHeart/ yellow Spartan or gold Spartan, and you would download that avatar file, and then boom, it loads. That's literally what it is. So it was really easy before because people would just get the website and they would download it, and then they would download the FBX and everything and just take it apart. There was no encryption. There really was no encryption. It was so easy before.
Yeah.
And that's essentially still happens, but now it's encrypted. So if you can decrypt it, you still rip people's avatar, and that's what people do. That's
right. And then another thing that they were doing too was when they say the avatar downloads, they will go into their game files and then timestamp when that person loaded in, and they would find the file. It wouldn't be in like specific name; it would be like in gibberish and all that. But the timestamp would be there, and so they would take that file, like open it up and everything with some software, and then be able to take all the files out of that particular one.
Exactly. And that's how people could rip people, as long as they're in the world with them. They could rip the avatars. So yeah, no, that was the thing. I mean, it's a lot harder now. Now it's encrypted. Now, when you download my avatar, it's not like vrchat.com. No, now it's a bunch of numbers. And you don't know which one it is, and it hides it, and it's all encrypted. So you need a software that would decrypt those files.
Right. That's the one I was talking about, where they have to decrypt it, but then they also, the way that they'll tell whether it's yours or not. But then again, like, say if you get like two people coming at the same time, then they'll throw it off.
Yeah, right. I mean, you could just download both and be like, "Oh, this is the right one."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but what I'm saying is, back then it was so common. You know, it was so common. Like, there were just people just taking avatars, changing them up, and then it's like, it's mine because I changed this, or because I made the texture this color. Now it's mine. I made it. It was crazy. Right. Now it's a lot harder. You know, Gumroad. You know, you got like stamps. They got certificates saying my original work is from me. Like, and I do not give anyone. And there's times where people will. I even see it. I'm in like little VR chat groups, and they'll be like, you know, someone's like, look at my new avatar, I love it, like someone so made it, and they're like, who made it? Like, that is actually belongs to like Billy something. He's the original maker. Like, oh my god. And then boom, they delete the post, that person gets blasted, you know, and they're like, oh my god, I bought a fake avatar, and then now they want a refund, and now the person that stole that original, now they're like put on blast, and next thing you know, they delete their VR chat account, make another one, and they don't like do that anymore. You know, like that's what's been happening a lot more, and kind of frowned upon, especially for people. Like, that's what was happening before. It was people were taking other people's avatars, ripping their avatars that they either paid for or made with their hard-earned time, and then people would just rip it, change a few things, and sell that as their own. They're like, I made this, you know. But I mean, if you think about it, right? How is it there? I mean, unless you like, how do I say it? Because it's digital, right? It's digital art, but it's used for a game. Unless you actually like copyright that or patent the way it's made, you can't really like protect it too much. You know, it's like a really kind of like a gray area. So unless someone directly takes, like right now, let's say your avatar bear, right? You start from scratch, you did everything, and then I take it and I sell it directly. Just I do nothing except change the name. Then yes, I can be like, hey, like any proceeds that you have to give to Bear, and you can no longer sell, you know, cease and desist. You can no longer sell it. But if I take it, if I can find it, if I buy it, right? If I buy it, you had it for sale, I buy it and I change it and I do something to it, and then I sell it in court. If I can prove that, hey, look, like this is not the same anymore. I changed it by doing this and that. I could win. You know what I mean? Like in court, it could be like, hey, like, yeah, no, he changed it. He bought it. You know, he bought the avatar, so now it's yours. You know what I mean? Kind of like a car.
Right.
If I buy some kind of Ford truck, and then I change it, and then it's my truck, and I say, look, it's mine. It's a Ford truck, but yeah, I made it now, and I call it this. Like, Ford can't be like, hey, man, what are you doing? That's our truck. Like, you can't change the name of it. Like, you know, I can. Yeah,
because like, motor companies do that all the time too. Like, especially with Jeeps, like they'll completely highly modify the entire Jeep and then resell it for like hundreds of $100,000 of dollars. And even like with other vehicles too, they'll like completely like pretty much like overhaul the whole vehicle and then resell it.
But someone can do that. You know, they paid for the car. They can do what they want. Like, it's kind of like even a house. If I buy a house for someone, and then I go to resell it and I sell it for double the price, the original guy can be like, "Oh, you bought it for this," and I'd be like, "Look, I changed this and I changed this, so look, I got to sell it for more." And also, I could change it. I could sell it for whatever I want.
Right?
I bought the house from you. Now it's mine. I got the rights. Like, this is mine now.
Yeah, it's in your name now.
It's kind of exactly. So it's kind of like that. Like, I mean, obviously, like avatars aren't houses, right? It's a little different, but you see what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that gray area. If the person buys the avatar, then they can kind of like
do what they want with
what they want. Yeah, in court, it would kind of like, if they could plead their case. I mean, it could hold. I mean, maybe, you know, because it's digital. It's so digital, and this isn't a painting. This isn't it's actual thing that someone's using. Like they're using, it might be their image. You know what I mean? Like they might, if they make money off of it, they can show that in court. They might be like, yeah, you know what, case dismissed. You know, but like I said, it's a gray area.
Right. And that's the thing too with the VRChat avatars. Even for like other sites where they'll say have models and people put them on VRChat, and then they get upset like, oh well, you know, you put it on VRChat, you're not supposed to. But it's like, well, a solution to that is like, don't give it away for free, because that's what they're doing. Like you're literally having it out on their website for free, giving it out to the public, and they get upset when they find it in places that they didn't want it to originally intended to be at.
Exactly.
You know? And it's like, yeah, you can't get upset because like it's like how you're saying is, you know, they're not technically they're not paintings, but imagine if it was a painting and you just kind of left out on the street for like anyone, and you put a sticky note on there giving little rules on what you can and can't do with the painting, and then you get upset when people you get upset when people do it anyways, and it's like, nah, you pretty much left it out there for grabs, pretty much. You left it vulnerable without, you know, any protection whatsoever, and you know, it's kind of on you. You can't get upset when shit hits the fan in that way, you know.
Exactly. But, and like I said, some people just and not for nothing, like, look, like when I use like music or something, or someone lets me use this stuff and I don't have to pay for it, whether it's like music in the background of a video or whatever, like I credit them, you know, like, yo, thank you, like, yo, I use this bass, this and that, I've done this. Just credit them, you know. Like a lot of people are really cool. A lot of creators I know, like me, like if I make a video and someone wants to use it, I'm like, you know, I've been asked. There's a lot of YouTube videos like Foxy and all that. Like they've asked me, like, hey, is it cool if I use it? And I'm like, totally, yeah. Like, just give me credit. Just put my name, like, leave my name on there somewhere or something, just so when people ask, like, oh, who is this guy? Like, they can know, like, oh, it's just that my name's on it. That's it. That's all I ask. You know, I'm not saying, oh, you know, you gotta have to pay me. You know, I need a piece of, like, no, I don't really care about that. You know, to me, I feel like most people are cool with that. And if they're not cool with it, then like, all right, like then find someone that is cool with it. Like not everyone, you know, some people worked hard. I personally, I know avatars, can be easy. Some of them can be like kind of hard, you know, like depending on what's on them. Like it can kind of suck. Like there's been times where I had to mess for hours with weight painting. Like,
man. So weight paintings is always fun.
Yeah, exactly. So you know how it is. So that's you know, I totally understand when people you know, charge a certain amount, and some people might be like, that's a lot of money, but at the same time, it's time. You know, time is money, and
for sure,
and price everything. I feel like now with VRChat the way it is, like we've gotten the people that came in like recently, like Christmas, right? Christmas was crazy the last 2 years, especially when the Quest 2 came out. When the Quest 2 came out and people were buying it, they were just kind of like, what is VRChat? What is this? And they kind of got introduced, and they're like, wait, there's people that have full body. Like, wait, you can make your own. Like, people make their own. Like that, like cycle of discovery is done. You know? Yeah, now the people are still coming in. I mean, I'm not saying new people aren't coming, but that major cycle of like that first level of like where this big wave of people that have never done VR, may not even have a gaming PC, just have a Quest 2. Now they know, like, oh wow, all these are the possibilities in this game. Yeah, like now they're past that part of okay, like I want an avatar made. Like how does they know already? They're like, all right, with this avatar, if I get a custom one made, I can go to this club in VRChat, or I can go to this show, or I can hang out with my friends and I can show off my avatar that I love and it looks awesome. You know, like I get it, you know, just like us in Fortnite, we have a cool skin, like, you know, like even though it does nothing, even though it doesn't give me a benefit, it's literally just to feel cool. Like, yeah, I got like this cool skin, you know, like I bought a Master Chief skin in Fortnite. That doesn't help me in any way. It doesn't help me win. It doesn't help me lose. It just looks cool, and I just like it because it's like, yo, like people see it and like, oh, that's, you know, that's cool. Like,
it gives you like the mental stability to keep fighting off the goons.
Well, exactly. I mean, in Fortnite, it's literally just looks and
it's all cosmetics. Nothing. Yeah,
exactly. But in here, it's cosmetics, but also how do I say it? Immersion.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're immersed with that custom avatar, so people will pay. You know, if people are paying whatever like my friend, he has every skin in Apex. Shout out to Last Man, dude. That's over $1,000. You know what I mean? To have all the skins in the and all the everything in the game. So if somebody like sees it in that way, but in an avatar that they can be really immersed in, they'll pay the $1,000, man.
Yeah,
they'll do it. So it makes me not me.
We've come full circle into what I want.
Yeah, custom avatar. Yeah, for sure. And I agree.
No,
I think this is good. I think it's cool. Like, especially, like I said, because now if I get $1,000, someone rips my avatar, I'm like, whatever. Like, I got paid for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like I worked 10 hours and it was so hard and I made $40, but I did, that doesn't matter. I worked so hard on it. It's like, all right, I worked hard on it, but I still got paid, and whatever happened to it happens. Like, yes, maybe one or two people rip it, but whatever. Like, I still made my money on it.
Honestly,
like,
I think nowadays too, when it comes to VR chat, like people already know that there's a good chance it's gonna get ripped, but it doesn't. For those who still make avatars today, it shouldn't matter to this point. It's like they're gonna rip it. It's whatever. I still get to enjoy it for myself.
Exactly.
And whoever
that's why people. Like I said, even when I see this avatar, I'm like, am I gonna get mad? Really? Am I really gonna be like, oh my god, like cancel that? No, I'm just be like, oh, like I must be doing something right if they're copying my avatar. Like, cool.
Oh yeah.
I really, you know what I mean? But yeah, like that's why I even like when people write their name. You know what I mean? Like, or like even yours, it's original. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna join an avatar world and find this. I'm not gonna find that. I'm not gonna find Edward Scissorhand, metallic arm, the. I forgot what the
Monokuma head and all that. Yeah,
Monokuma head on a suit.
Frankenstein.
I'm not gonna find that. And if I do, I know, like, if I see someone wearing that, I'm be like, that's Bear's out. Like, that is so original. I'm gonna be like, that's Bear. Like, where'd you get that? And if they're like, oh yeah, I know Bear. He let me have it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, who's Bear? I'm like, that's a ripped avatar, dude. That's Bear. That's that's not you. That's Bear. You know what I mean? So I still will be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, someone has Bear's avatar. Like, it's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
Like, that would make me really
it's pretty
uncomfortable is if somebody copied my avatar after I paid and it like, okay, so like if I got my Space Marine avatar, someone copied it.
They're going to.
And they used it for sex stuff.
They're going to. That's going to happen. Yep.
And, here's the thing too.
Was it Rule 37?
No, Rule 34. So
Rule 34.
If it exists, if
it exists in the internet, there's porn about
it. Yeah. It's honestly how it works. Like that's
how it is.
Anything that humanly exists, online or offline, there's going to be a porn about it. This is guaranteed.
I mean,
your character right now is probably already been used in one. Guaranteed.
Is it because of the fingers?
No, just because it exists. It just exists. You're just hey, a piece of dust on your floor will be turned into a porn.
I got fingers.
It doesn't matter. As long as it exists, it gets turned into a porn.
No, I'm just saying, if they wanted, they could use the fingers for something. I'm not going to say what. Look how long these fingers are.
I mean, even lavender here. Just the fact that lavender exists, it gets turned into a porn.
Oh my god! But yeah,
Also, Ray, Katie, how's it going? I don't know why the chat came. I don't know if the chat came late or if you guys just started blowing.
No, those were early.
Oh, those were early.
I never checked them. Like I've been checking them.
No, I check them. They just didn't pop up until now. They just started like, they just started popping up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have the chat box right here.
Okay.
It's a it's a VR thing. You wouldn't understand.
Right, because I don't need to have a VR to experience the game.
Yeah, it's.
Do you plan on getting VR or no?
No.
I have a friend that I want him to get VR so bad, but he can't do it. He gets like motion sickness, so he just can't do it.
Oh, yeah, that'll be pretty bad.
It's not that I get motion sickness. It's just okay.
Well, I'm just saying his. I'm not saying you get motion. I'm just saying he want like I want him to get him into it. You don't have to. You don't have to explain. It's totally okay.
No, I've already said it. I gotta explain it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 2 years ago, before the pandemic.
In
really
1985.
in
Then
March.
one spring.
Back when roaches ruled the world, back in
I got
1845.
myself a VR headset
Oh, so you had VR.
Oh, you had one.
for my old computer.
Okay.
Okay.
But after multiple tries and hardships and not getting it to work and trying to get trying to say, "Oh, this is busted. Oh, can we just get another one?" Oh, sure, okay. It didn't work, so I refunded all of it.
What kind of
And I
VR
was like,
headset did you have
okay.
before in the past?
I think it was an Index.
Index.
Or something. See, here's my thing. I thought my computer could handle it, and it didn't. And so I returned it for my $500.
Yeah. Keyword old computer. Yeah.
So yeah, so I have a new computer,
Okay.
but I just don't want to go through the hassle again. I've been hurt too many times. I've been hurt once, and that was enough for a couple of weeks, and I don't want to do it again.
You know, would have solved your problem with your GPU.
Like men.
What?
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 Bruh.
What?
You know, she likes her men like her GPUs hard.
Okay. Listen, there's a bunch of stuff that was wrong with my old computer. So I have a new computer.
Yeah.
But it's really good, and I love it.
It's a really good computer. So what kind of GPU you be running on yours now?
If you know. If you don't, it's okay.
All right.
I keep forgetting.
All right.
Wait.
A GTX.
No.
AMD Ryzen.
RTX.
An MSI. Zotac.
5090. TII.
Really I don't know what it is, but it's really good.
That's good.
How many fans does it have? Does it have 1, 2, or none?
Has like 3.
3? Okay. I mean, if it has 3, it should be able to handle VR easily.
My GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960.
960, gotcha.
Yeah, you should be able to handle a bit of VR.
No, it won't be able to.
You think so?
970 is the lowest. It'll handle VR chat like this, but if you hook up a headset to it, it won't be able to.
Not even the Quest?
I don't know about Quests. I have tried an Index on a 1060. It was on a 10. Oh no, I'm sorry, on a 1050, and it wouldn't do it. Then I looked at the specs. The 960 is like right on the same level as a 1050.
1050. Sheesh.
It'll run at VR chat desktop mode, but you gotta understand that, like, you know, some people, like we obviously have headsets, right? So we know, but you know, in reality, when you look at VR, you're projecting the image twice. Right? You're getting 2 screens, so you're running the game twice, essentially, almost like you're getting 2 graphical processes,
Makes sense.
Instead of just one, which running like VR chat and desktop mode is just one. So yeah, honestly, if you upgrade your graphics card space, you'd probably beef up. You could probably run a VR headset again. Like, you'll be able to run it nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Just saying, down the road. I'm not saying it, but if you ever do think of getting into VR,
I mean, maybe after you get your $1,000 avatar, you will.
Yeah, there we go. You never know. Maybe after that, you'll be like, "Hey, I really want to get into VR." And
then you can look. You can look up close, you know, at the hand and the artwork of that avatar. Yes. Be able to enjoy it.
Indeed. I'm actually going to be releasing.
A new
it's kind of sad. I was supposed to release the video, and I never did. And I have to remake it because it's so much time has passed. But I made a video of top 5 budget PCs under $800 to get from Amazon that were VR ready, that would actually handle VR.
You have a YouTube channel, and I just realized today.
Yes, I have everything. My YouTube is finally getting back in because now all I'm doing is my Twitch streams. I pretty much stopped using copyright music, and I'm just uploading onto YouTube.
Why are you using copyrighted music?
I love music. I love music,
Yeah.
so I'm a big music lover.
But
So
like there's non-copyrighted music.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before I didn't really care. Like I did it more just because like, you know, I wasn't really trying to monetize myself. I was more kind of like, look, I just want my stream to be cool and awesome, and I want to listen to whatever I want to listen to. You know what I mean? But then when I went to go to YouTube, even if I don't monetize, it was like, nope, sorry, like block my video completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if I didn't want to monetize, like sorry, like due to this, like we can't play your video in these, like it was all these countries, it was banned. I was like, what? Even if I heard monetize off, so it's like, what?
Yeah, because that's the thing too. Like, there's certain music where, yeah, you're saying like it'll block in Europe, China, but in America, it'll be perfectly fine in America, just not other countries, right?
Even sometimes in the US, it's like what it is that if they don't have a YouTube account, like if YouTube doesn't have a place where they can monetize, they just like some places, some music, depending on the record label, they say no, we don't want anyone to we don't even want to make money off YouTube. Like no, we don't want them. They have to go through us, you know. So they can't. They just block the video. They ban the video. So I just said, you know what? In order to get, because there's some people there like, hey, like look, like I can't really watch your Twitch streams, and I don't really, and not for nothing, no one goes. Some people do, you know what I mean? Like we watch clips and stuff. Like I know a lot of people watch clips, but nobody goes on, like nobody that's like, let's say that doesn't know me, right? Nobody, if somebody doesn't know me, they're not going to go to my page and watch my previous podcast. They're not.
Right.
They're gonna want to see me live. They're like, oh, who's this Turbo? Oh, he's not live. All right, and then just forget it. You know, that's it. If I'm not live, they're not gonna watch me. And I'm, like I said, I'm talking about like new people that don't know me. They, you know, but when you go on YouTube, you expect non-live entertainment. You expect videos that were pre-recorded. You expect videos that were recorded and uploaded, and that's it. You don't really expect YouTube live. I mean, some people watch YouTube live. I really don't. I don't know if you guys watch YouTube live.
I don't really watch it live.
I really don't. I mean, if there's a YouTube live, I'll watch it. Like, there's been premieres, you know, and everyone watching. There's the chat. And I mean, I watch it every now and then, you know, but for the most part, I think of Twitch live entertainment. YouTube, like a previous recorded, and like more of like a library of videos. You know what I mean? Twitch is like the movie theater, and YouTube is the library. Like, right? You know what I mean? Like the library will have stuff that's not like live entertainment. It's stuff that you go there and it's cataloged. So, which I personally like, you know, Bear, you're already doing that. You know, you're doing it with the podcasts, and that helps out because if someone misses the Twitch stream, they can probably go on YouTube and just, or even if they Google it, it'll come up on YouTube. Like the YouTube link will come up on Google. I wasn't doing that, you know, like if people like searched me, my Twitch would come up and my YouTube, stuff like that, my social links, but not a video. Like someone searched like, you know, like, you know, Turbo, I don't know, you know, Apex, this, they were looking for a specific video. They wouldn't be able to find it. They'd have to go into Twitch and like look for it manually. It just wasn't good. So I started to reignite my YouTube, especially because I'm also doing like more like a lot of my videos that I have on Instagram, I want to just kind of upload to YouTube also. This includes like my drone videos. I have like car racing videos and stuff like that. So just using YouTube more, just honestly, just that way someone wants to find me and I'm not live, they can still go to my YouTube. That's pretty much all it is. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I stopped using copyright music. I just completely stopped.
Like no more Muzak anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I still have non-copyright music playing, but no more copyright music. That's it. It is over for the it.
Over. I'd probably still do it, just like by editing the whole thing.
I listen to the sounds of my game. I'm streaming.
Oh, nice.
But if I'm not playing a game and I'm drawing, then I'll play like lo-fi or or metal. I found some non-copyrighted metal music.
Non-copyrighted metal, like a kind of indie bands, maybe, and stuff like that.
I don't know. I searched up non-copyrighted metal music.
You know, the whole thing about using the music, I mean, because there's a lot of good songs in there that fit so well, you know, in certain gameplay. Like that's why I always like to have music going on some of my streams. not all of them, but some of them. I think some of the past ones I've had were playing some like kind of like deathmatch rounds and stuff like that. I'll just be having music playing in the middle of it all because it's kind of it kind of gets you through the game. It makes it a lot more.
No, yeah, I agree. Sometimes it fits perfectly, and
right,
it's just worth taking the hit. Like
yeah.
I sometimes I do that. That's why like for clips, I've been putting on like a lot of clips. And like in reels or on TikTok, I'll just use the song. I don't care. And I like if they, flag it, like frig it, I don't care. Like let them flag it. It's pretty like because the song goes so right with it. I'd rather. I'm more like, hey, like I'm not really trying to make money off it. Like I just want it to be like look good. Like I want the video to be like legit.
Right, and that's the thing too with it's kind of stupid, especially like for TikTok and Instagram. Like I get like some people do make some money off of it, but for those who don't, like why flag the video and like block it from being posted? Like YouTube, I understand. Twitch, I would understand. Like streaming platforms, but social media, like really? Like
literally.
Where most of the time people are posting it to their friends and stuff, and they're like, "No, you can't send that to your friends." Like what the
it's so dumb. Like just let it happen. I mean, TikToks are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the most part, like they'll mute your video. Like they did that to one of my videos recently. And I had to re-upload it, and it came out crappy because it would like lag a bit. I don't know if you saw like the recent one I did, and it had like kind of like a frozen moment here and there. And I was like, come on now. Like the original one is on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and it's like a lot smoother, and it had no issues with those. But yeah, on the Tick Attack, they muted the whole video, had to repost it, came out shitty, and just left it like that.
Doesn't care about copyright.
Apparently they do now. Like even like one of their songs that they specifically had on their list, they copyrighted their own song that they had.
Jesus.
And I'm like, what? This is like from your list. Like it's not like I added it later on. Like no, it was from your list. I used one of your guys' songs that you clipped yourselves. You trimmed it, and y'all muted the video. Like what?
Yeah, they'll literally do that. It's I mean, like I said, it's the way I look at it is just use whatever. Like, unless you're making money, then start doing, there's pretty good copyright free. You know what I've been doing too is I've been looking at covers that are copyright free. So it'll be a cover of a good song that you like that goes with it. Like I'm like, man, this song would go perfect with this, but I can't use that song because it'll get blocked. But if I look up if someone has a good cover of this song, then I'll use it. And I do that sometimes. I'll literally find a good cover of a song that, maybe it's not the original, but it still sounds really good and it still goes with it. It's still got the same beat.
Like if it sounds pretty good, then I'll go for it. But
I'll go for it.
I'd go for it.
It's a good idea though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, try it out. If you ever need it and you don't want to get that copyright, especially on YouTube. Look for a cover song, a copyright free cover song. Because even now, even cover songs are copyright. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're making money off of the cover.
Yeah, I'm like, jeez. But there's people. I know this. There's one that I follow. I think her name's like Lauren Babic or Barbic. She does covers of like popular rock songs that I like Pierce the Veil or A Day to Remember, bands like that I like, and she'll do covers of them. But she's a girl, and a lot of these are boy bands. So seeing it from like a girl that has like that screamer voice and can sing, it's actually pretty cool to get that like variant. Some songs I'm like, wow, I actually almost like this song more than the original, and some of them are like, oh, this is almost as good as the original. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of good covers out there, especially like by female singers and all that. It's pretty good.
Spears. Hit me, baby, one more time. No, but so. But so it's pretty cool. There's different ways. You gotta like I've been just experimenting. I think a lot of that is kind of pretty cool. I also want to make like I'm gonna start making kind of like, how do I say it? I want to use more motion capture to make videos. I want to do more. I really want to get into motion capture. As you know, the roadmap, like we had the whole with Shrinkation, we had the whole roadmap that maybe within 5 years we'd have a studio, like a legit studio where people come in and do something. But I do want to I think really want to get like the studio going not just for streaming, but like motion capture. You know what I mean? Imagine making a video for someone. They want like a short film or something, and they have the characters. They already have the game characters, and we just got to motion capture what they want. And
yeah,
you know, I've been kind of looking into that software. I mean, VR chat's what, 10 trackers is the max you can go with VR chat.
Yeah, I believe so.
Where, you know, now there's motion capture programs that you up to like 30 trackers and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Like those sensors that they put on for like the movies and all that.
Like that, but now you don't need to have those sensors. Now you can use 5 trackers, or you can use the Xbox. You can now, like that one, I think the one software that I have, it's like beta, but you can use different, you can use the Xbox 360 with the trackers, and you can use like 3 different trackers. It's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, and then like you could still use like a camera, so it picks up your mouth move or your facial recognition.
Right. I know
like,
Vive has one of those. Like, yeah, I can hook up to my headset right now, and it'll kind of track the mouth movement. I mean, it's not perfect from what I understand, but it definitely is pretty interesting.
Yep. Yeah. From what I heard, it's pretty hard to get the Vive seems to get it, but like since it can get really accurate.
Oh yeah.
To do that, I did see that thing. I was like, oh man, if there was a lot of development in that, that'd be pretty intense. But yeah, I mean, I really want to get into motion capture soon, so I might be down the road. I definitely would love to have a studio. Once I move, that's when I'll really start making way more like I want to make like a permanent studio and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Sheesh.
Yeah, man. But yeah, oh, Bear, tell everybody the big news, man.
Oh yes.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, you know, 3 months in, you know, it's a twins. You know, twins.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, as you could tell, I mean, if you haven't noticed already, gosh. No, the Whams right here is probably 4 months in, not playing. But so good news, for the VR side, I guess. I got index controllers now, so a little bit more immersive, like with the finger tracking and all that. You know, like whoop, like what is this? Oh wait, my finger's broken. Oh,
yeah, he's got the finger trackers. He's got the index controllers now.
Whoa, what happened here? What is this? You know, I'm playing. But also got a third base station, so it helps a lot with the sitting down in VR chat, you know, with full body, you know, and with having 3 trackers all around you. It helps a lot with picking up stuff, so my arm doesn't go all over the place, you know, like how I did it all the other times, and I had to go bang on the side of something to get the controller to start tracking again. Lot more convenient now.
More, yeah.
And then as far as that goes, also got some new audio equipment for future podcast plans, as well as possibly new podcast side series coming through.
Oh snap!
So not sure. I'm I still would like to do the VR podcast, but kind of low-key thinking about canning it for a new podcast. So it's going to be very interesting. New plans coming through, new content rolling through.
What would it be about?
About these nuts in your face. That's what it would be about. No, no, but I'm still going to figure out. Still got some some plans coming through for that. So just y'all wait for the new stuff to come through. Could be some surprise. But another new thing coming up pretty soon in a few weeks. Gonna be going to the Streamcation vacation coming up, so that's gonna be pretty awesome there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, heading out. Gonna be hanging out with Turbo IRL, and then gonna be doing a live podcast. So that's gonna be exciting, which is partially why the new audio equipment's coming through. Which I actually got a couple parts for it already, and I tested it out. Sounds amazing.
I can't like be in the podcast because I'm not gonna be there in person.
Exactly. No, but I mean that's gonna be. I mean, nobody else is gonna be able to join. It's just gonna be me and Turbo. So nothing personal.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be the first IRL podcast with me and Bear. Like, cause we've had camera podcast. We had like Discord camera podcast,
right?
But we've never done an IRL in the same room. I've never met Bear, so it's gonna be the first time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be staying. He's coming to New York. What? What?
No, that's for him and Kairu. You know, they gotta save them.
No.
I can't. You can't split them apart. You know, you can't split them apart. That's rude. You know.
Make sure you take pictures.
I gotta take pictures. Yes, like I will take pictures for sure. Gonna try some good old.
And it's your first time coming to NY, right?
Yeah, NY, New York. Yeah, you know, go and get that pizza. You know, New York pizza
for sure.
Do they have a what is it, a Whataburger or something like that?
I don't know what that is. Someone else said that. I think that was like a southern thing.
Yeah, it was probably more southern. So maybe Kairu got one over there. You know,
I'll ask him.
Yeah,
what was it called? Whataburger?
Whataburger or something like that. Yeah. Apparently, that's supposed to be the competitor, the East Coast competitor to In-N-Out. Supposedly.
Okay. We don't have that over here.
Is that Whataburger? Is that
we got Five Guys.
Five Guys. Five Guys is everywhere. I feel like we got one over here.
Whataburger is the Texas one.
I don't know if it's in Texas. They actually got In-N-Out in Texas now. So there's that. But
I remember. Okay, so I went to Texas twice. Well, I lived in Texas for like a year when my brother was born when I was really little, but then we moved to Las Vegas, and that's way better. But I visited my ex, and we had like Whataburger like twice or 3 times, and I was just like, "Can we please have some home cooked meals?"
No, we're gonna have Whataburgers for the rest of your life here.
They didn't even give me what I wanted.
I mean, was it good though?
Yeah.
I don't like burgers that much.
Okay, well then, I guess it wouldn't help.
Just a veggie burger with ranch.
Veggie burger.
Yeah.
Veggie burgers are pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you.
Had one before. They're okay.
Someone agrees.
Still not as good as a regular burger, but still pretty good.
Fuck you, anyways.
Like, it's not as good, but it's like it's good enough. Like, does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be like, oh, what does this taste? But I was like, well, this ain't too bad.
When I was little, because my mother didn't really. When I was little, my mother didn't really feed us right. So after I got pre-diabetes when I was 12, I stopped eating McDonald's, and now I hate McDonald's. And also that one documentary where a guy eats McDonald's every day for like a month. I think that really helped clear my eyes.
That was a good one. Super Size Me.
Super Size Me.
That was a good. That was actually good. I saw that in health class.
It was like a wake up call. So I've only eaten out of McDonald's like once or twice, and I go to better places like this Mexican place,
Burger King.
Burger King.
I kind of avoid burgers altogether now. I go to other places like Roberto's, which is a Mexican place in Las Vegas, and then there's this coffee shop called Gratty John's, and I love them, and I want to go there again.
Have you ever tried cold brew pizza? For
I just had pizza.
Pizza's pretty good.
Yeah, I love pizza.
Pizza is the best pizza.
No, that's a sacrilege. You're gonna get kicked out. Yeah, effective immediately.
Kick me out then for my free speech.
That's not considered free speech. That's considered sacrilege. Even the free speechers would be like, oh no, sacrilege.
That's sexual assault.
Cancel pineapple pizza.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, pineapple pizza is illegal in every 50 state, including Canada.
Right. Now, why does it taste so good?
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. No, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't taste horrible, but to me, it didn't taste good. It just didn't go together.
My whole family likes eating pineapple pizza.
That ain't a family. That's a monster. No, No, I mean, I'll be honest. I've had pineapple pizza before in the past. It's not.
You've had it.
Yeah, I've had it in the past.
It's not really that. Like to me, it was just like meh. Like it's not good.
It's
not good.
Juicy. That man. Them pineapples get fried up like no tomorrow. They ain't no juice left in them.
Sure, yeah. Maybe where you live. I don't know where you live, like Texas. Okay.
Yeah, he lives in Texas.
Yeah, I live in Texas. Yeah, even though we've talked about where we lived prior.
I live in fucking Vegas. Okay, we enjoy a good pizza.
Then yours is even fried more than Texas.
Disgusting.
How do you know you've never been to Las Vegas?
How do you know? How do you know that I haven't been to Vegas?
Pizza sucks.
I don't know. You never mentioned it, so.
Dude, I live in Cali. We're next door neighbors. We talked about this before.
I thought you said you lived in Texas. You just said that.
Lost Texas.
That was Lavender, and no, I did not say that I was in Texas.
You just said it like a minute ago.
No, I didn't. You said that.
No, you did.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Said yes.
No, I did not.
Listen.
Nope.
I said that. I said he was from Texas. I was just joking.
Oh, okay. So
yeah. See, y'all putting words in my mouth.
I'm autistic.
It doesn't make any difference. What? People who don't have it will put words in people's mouth all the time.
I know what you mean. I'm an asparagus.
You're an asparagus.
Huh? How come you never visited me?
You know, it's a mystery. It's a good question.
You live closer to me than you do Turbo.
Yeah, it's Facts. True. You know, but you know what? Turbo. You know, New York is very close by. It's like I could walk to New York. You know, but Vegas, I gotta fly there. You know, I gotta.
And I can walk all the way over a fucking edge with spikes.
Nice. You know, it's called the border, but you know,
what's happening?
I don't know.
Visit me instead. I'm better.
Than who?
Yeah.
Everyone.
You're better than everyone. All right.
That's narcissistic.
Yeah. No one ever visits me. I always visit them.
Maybe because you're not better.
No, because they don't want to go to the luscious
Viva Las Vegas. yeah. Nobody wants to lose their money. Gambling's a drug.
There's more to Las Vegas than just gambling. Okay.
Hustling, yeah. Hustling's a drug too.
Sand. There's sand.
You know. I don't like sand. It gets in everywhere.
It does.
No. I mean, yes, there's sand.
I don't like when I have a sandwich and then there's sand.
You know, I hate when I walk out of a nice air-conditioned house just to get slapped in the face by a heat. It's like 107 plus.
But the thing is, it's a dry heat. I will say it's a dry heat.
It's dry heat. You're good. You know, that is a good point. You know, unlike like Louisiana, Florida,
Florida,
like you're melting away.
The humidity's terrible.
And, you know, it's no wonder why Florida men exist. You know, they're just getting tired of the moisture and heat. You know,
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
I got a buddy here, a couple buddies that came from Florida. Actually, from like New York to Florida, then to here. It's like, oh, no wonder why you made that Florida trip so short.
Like, fuck yeah, the humidity's horrible. Yeah. I remember going there one time when I was a kid. I just remember like walking and just sweating, like walking. I'm walking and I'm already drenched.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, and I would come out. I remember like stepping outside. As soon as I step outside out of the hotel, glasses, instant fog, like. Couldn't see anything. Like, oh man.
Yeah,
I hated it. You
know, when the humidity rises so much to the point where you walk out and your glasses fog up, it's like, nah.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
You're like, oh, I can't see. Take them off. Oh my god, I can see again.
Yeah, it's like I can see, but it's blurry.
Like the humidity goes so bad that when you take off your foggy glasses, your eyes start to fog up.
They're like,
like I can't see. The fog is too much. You know, maybe that's why, you know, they become Florida men, because they can't see and they're upset. You know, and they start going crazy. You know, they think they're in another world. Like, oh, you're like, sir, you got get eye drops. Like, oh, I'm back to normal again.
Yeah, I remember going to Florida and seeing like a baby with a diaper, like no shirt on. Just a baby wearing a diaper, like riding an alligator. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. It's too much. I'm out.
Only in Florida. Yeah, but
only in Florida.
But did you make sure to capture it all on your flip phone?
No, I mean I didn't have a phone. I was like, last time I went to Florida, I was like 12 or 13. Like I was so young.
I'm
we
go to Florida,
went for like Disney World and Universal, and I remember just Florida was something else, man. I remember like even trying to be friends with someone, and they were like, "What? Like, do you want to like?" They were like, "It's something like, do you want to?" Like, do you want to open up a can of SpaghettiOs and like pour it on my little brother's head? Like, no, man.
I mean, I'll take the SpaghettiOs, but I won't pour it. I'll just eat it.
Yeah, want to pour it on my little brother's head and see what happens? Like, no, man, get out of here. Like,
SpaghettiOs.
Did that actually happen, or is this a fake story?
No, yeah. When I was a kid, like I said, I was like 12 or 13.
I have to
it was just like people
check.
at the hotel. No, yeah, Florida's something else. It's definitely
Florida man.
Definitely
that now there's like Florida man, Florida woman, and then Florida, children. They got Florida got everything there now.
I remember I had a coworker, and he was like the new guy. Right?
Oh yeah.
And instantly, some people were like, "Yo, I don't really like this guy. Like, he thought I was like." I was attacking, like he thought I was like I said something that offended him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, I don't know, like maybe he's just really sensitive. I'm like, hey, look, he's new, he has to kind of like stand up for himself, so whatever, right? So then I made a Florida man joke, and he got so angry. He's like, yeah, it's not right what they do to what people think about Florida people. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, like because Florida. Not everyone's like that. This and that. I'm like, yeah, well, obviously not everyone's like that. It's kind of like it's a joke, everyone's lightheaded. Like they're like, and he was so mad. He was so mad when people would say so. I mean, I didn't care, but it'd be like, yeah, oh my god, like Florida man, and he'd be like, please leave Florida out of this. He'd be so mad. He did because I guess he wasn't even from Florida. He just lived there for like
a day
for several years. Went to like high school there, middle school, and. But he was so like mad that people use like this whole Florida man thing. But I'm like, dude, this is what they do there. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's on recording. Like, it's 4K.
We're not making this up.
It's in 4K.
And just it's not a scapegoat thing. It's like, hey, man, if you didn't want people to make fun of this, then tell so and so to not like rape an alligator. Like, things happen. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's on there. Like, I remember
I got
seeing that.
What?
I mean, yeah. Look it up. Look it up. Someone got really drunk. A group of guys got really drunk, and they sexually assaulted an alligator. I was like, bro, what?
Someone is upset by hearing this.
In Florida, in Florida,
in Florida, yeah. I mean, I'm a reptile lover. I'm like, why would someone even do that to an alligator?
I mean, that's why there's a saying, only in Florida. Only in Florida. Yeah, it's like it's
there. A whole different story, bro. I mean, whole different story.
People don't say it just to say it or to be mean or anything. It's just it's true.
Things happen.
It happens. Yeah, it's just the strangest things happen there.
And then they also say, if you're talking to someone, like there's a girl you like, and then she ends up like, oh, I'm gonna go I need a girls trip going to Miami, Florida. Like, just focus on yourself, bro. Focus on yourself. Because they're intending that, like, if they're going to Miami, Florida, they're going there to, like, sleep with guys and stuff, Yeah,
it's like, I'm trying to get that Florida man.
Yeah, exactly. So, shout out if you have a girlfriend and she wants to go to Miami, Florida, just focus on yourself, bro.
Yeah, be happy. You can be happy on your own. Doing whatever the fuck you want,
right?
Be able to
girls' night,
work, having the job that you want.
Yeah.
Hey, that's true freedom right there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god, I keep losing. I think my base station. Oh, there we go.
So wait, quick question: how many base stations do you have?
I have 3.
You got 3.
I have 3, but right now I'm only using 2 because I have my green screen behind me, so that other base station is blocked.
You should get like a 4th one in front of you.
Honestly, the 3 are good. Once I move the green screen, like it's awesome. It's up there.
You go. That's what I did. So I put one. Like left near left side. Got one on the right, and then I put one kind of like facing the front. so that I can, and surprisingly, even if I turn around, I'm still getting like almost like a 360 tracking going on there.
Yep.
And it's 3 is amazing.
It is. It's really good.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like, it's definitely worth getting. With the 2.0 base stations, you can get away with 3 is almost like just as good as having 4 1.0s. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I get like the amount of angle it has, and it'll have so much coverage. And,
overlap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. But that's another thing too. Like it's like hand tracking. I can't wait for the new stuff to come through. Later on in the future. Like gloves, like controller gloves. Where like it'll like individually like have each finger on a sensor, and then like when you grab something, how it'll kind of stop like almost like making it more immersive. Like whenever you grab items, like a can or a cup, you grab it
now.
Do they have it now?
Where it has like a motor, so when you grab it, or like if something that won't let you open your hand, like it'll like you'll get like you can still open it, you can face it, like you can force it, but it'll give you that like it'll kind of give you that
the tension, right?
Tension, exactly. Yeah, which is pretty cool. You got to take apart a Vive tracker and then you put it into the thing. It's pretty cool. It's like a Vive glove that you can make.
So so you can make it.
Yeah, my friends. I think he finished it. Tim's. I think we played Pavlov with him.
Tim the Tap Man.
But Tim's. He already started it. He did the glove and everything, and he's really good though. He's like an engineer. He's like good into like he's into robotics and all that. So he's nasty when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Really smart dude.
Yeah,
but yeah. He started it. You got to take apart a Vive tracker, and then you put it into a glove, and then you add some wires so you can add like the thing, and then there's like a motor you could add that gives you that like you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Looks like an Iron Man glove, to be honest. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like so many things you could do like with the new technology.
Coming through.
Stupid.
Oh man.
Damn.
But yeah. Other than that, what you guys been up to overall? How's the weekend and everything?
We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you talked about it.
Yeah.
We didn't really.
Yeah.
Here's my cat.
Yes.
Cat, meow cat.
You got the controllers, and like Bear said, he's coming. He's coming to Stringcation vacation, but he's gonna stay with me for one day in New York, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna introduce him to the best pizza. All other pizza outside of New York is irrelevant. So essentially, pizza in New York is the best pizza. You haven't had pizza until you had New York pizza. Now I do want to say I heard Chicago pizza is really good.
The deep dish.
I haven't tasted. So I heard Chicago pizza it's good, but I haven't tasted it, so I can't really contemplate on it. But I will say this: New York pizza is on a whole nother level. There's a reason why. It's the water. I used to live in South Carolina, and I remember somebody from New York opened up a pizza place, and the pizza was okay, but still was not New York pizza. You know what I mean? And the reason being, he even said, he's like, yeah, no matter what, there's nothing I can do. Like, there's no, unless you bring the water from New York, it's not the same. That has to do with the water. The way New York City gets its water, right? Even though New York City is next to the Hudson River, it does not get its water from the river because the river's gross, and you don't really want to drink that. But I mean, there's probably certain spots that do get Hudson River water, but I really don't think so. I think so for the most part. The way it happens is you have New York City down in the south, right? The southern part of New York City. And then you have New York, which is this huge state. And the rest, you have your northern up, you have like, it's huge. It's humongous. Every time you hear New York, you think New York City and that's it. But there's so much more to it. And it's a lot of like, they call it the Appalachian Mountains and the Catskills. It's these big, huge mountain ranges, humongous. And they have this giant pipe called the aqueduct. It's a giant pipe that literally delivers water from water reservoirs in the mountains. This is the mountain water, like amazing streams, the best water you could pretty much imagine from these cold, nice mountain ranges. Brings it down this giant pipe. This pipe is humongous, guys. Like it's like like as big as a building. It's a pipe that runs underground all the way from upstate New York into the city. And that's how New York City gets this awesome. So New York City water, I mean, they still treat it, they still clean it, but New York City water is technically like really good water. Like it's from literally springs in the north, like springs from the mountain, from the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
So that water is used to make the dough. And that's why New York pizza tastes so good. You're literally using spring mountain water from like the Appalachian Mountains that is mineralized and it's calciumated and all this stuff. So that's why the pizza's so good.
Nice.
So no matter what, you can have the best receipt. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there'll be other places. I bet if I go to like Nebraska and I go to the best pizza place in Nebraska, it'll still taste good, you know, but it won't be New York pizza.
It won't be New
It
York.
won't be New York pizza.
Yeah.
No matter
I
what.
had a drawing idea.
Oh, a pizza?
A pizza? Yeah.
No.
In New
I'm
York?
sorry. I devolved the conversation from pizza into drawings. Can I say it though?
Sure.
Okay. Shit. So I had this drawing idea where I take all the qualities I like from all my fictional crushes and put it into one character.
Interesting.
Hold on. Can I guess what it is?
Okay, yeah?
Is it a octopus that smokes cigarettes inside?
No.
Oh, I was close.
Is it a summer, winter, and spring witch merged together into one?
Yes.
No. I said fictional crushes.
But they are your fictional crushes that we're talking about.
Yo, no, can we talk? All right, tell us, and then I have something I want to tell you guys about witches and stuff like that, right? So,
No, go for it.
Go ahead.
I just, I just finished Arcane, so Silco from Arcane.
Oh.
And then
Nice. I have no idea
the
what that is.
critic from Ratatouille.
The critic from Ratatouille, like the bald guy?
Yes.
The old man that was scary? Like,
yeah.
Is this
that's your crush?
This is Ratatouille.
Venom.
Very good.
Next, Venom.
Oh, I thought you said you met him.
No, Venom.
Yeah, I thought you said. Hold on, can we go back? The critic, the bad guy from Ratatouille.
No, he wasn't a bad guy. He was.
He turned into a good guy toward the end.
The
critic. The scary guy in black.
Wait,
that looked like Dracula.
I feel like
your
Venom
crush?
is worser. The critic.
Venom is an absolute badass.
Oh, you let us rat
critic
cook all your food.
Look like Dracula.
So you're
without
okay
the Dracula.
with me having the hots for Venom, but not the critic.
But you know what? We're gonna have to kill. We're gonna have to kill all the rats in your kitchen. Yes. This is a D-star rating restaurant. Oh no, an F rating restaurant.
Okay, Venom. Yeah, I mean, if you like, Venom's a badass. So,
like a turd in the wind.
Oh,
Hello, Eddie.
I have this slight infatuation.
Okay.
With Murdoch Nichols from Gorillaz.
The Green Goblin looking dude?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, so that's I mean, hey, more power to you. Different strokes for different folks, and if that's what
the character
tickles your fancy, more power to you. Honestly,
teeth,
more power to you. Because I'm not gonna be falling in love with no Green Goblin. I'll tell you that. Not happening.
Also, I like Vincent from Arcane.
Okay.
My enemy.
I just really like really skinny guys.
Oh, interesting.
But not like
that's
not as skinny as anorexic.
Skinniest.
So I wanted tall, skinny, old, sharp teeth, long tongue, big nose.
Gotcha. So like Dracula is your body type.
Oh,
like a very skinny, no muscle tone, just lanky but old.
Oh, if we're talking about big noses, we could go for Gru. You know.
No,
Gru. There you go, Gru.
There you go.
Because Gru isn't skin and bones.
Oh yeah, he's caked. You know.
He's an interesting character, I guess. But like,
which one?
His head shape.
Gru is interesting.
Also,
so you like
what it's all about?
Overwatch one time.
Overwatch, which one?
Nice.
The Junker.
The Junker.
Also, the Joker from Batman.
You want to know?
Batman Joker.
You want to know where I got these scars from?
Scars.
Are you just gonna do it
From Batman?
every time I
Yes,
mention
pretty
something?
much. Yeah, pretty much. Because this is This is great. This is great.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I guess like one time, I had an infatuation with what was that thing's name?
Schmeagle.
No.
Precious.
No, man. Ew. Man, that thing was so ugly. Not
I did
Smeagol.
a commission once
When I was
for
a
my
kid,
friend, and he
I
had
liked
these
it.
headphones, and he squatted down, and then I wrote on a speech bubble that said "My precious." That's it.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah, one time I watched Lord of the Rings.
Okay, but like you said, you had a fictional crush.
Yeah,
Yeah, on Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
no, not Lord of the Rings. It was not has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. It was when I was younger. I'm trying to think.
No, wait.
What was the series? I'll remember the series. Never mind. Sorry.
It was Under the Sea. You know, Little
Also,
Mermaid.
I like that blonde hair guy
No, you don't.
from Castlevania.
I don't know. I didn't really play Castlevania, to be honest.
If you
Yeah.
remember, he's like this.
I never
blonde
watched
hair.
it.
I watched the show. I watched the 2 seasons. I didn't like the second season.
I didn't
But
even know
you
there was
like
a show. I
this
thought you were talking
guy?
about the Super
He's
Nintendo
like
game.
Dracula's son.
I never seen it either.
No. Was he a skinny, decrepit old man?
He wasn't old. That was Dracula.
Oh, gotcha.
No, I thought that was that was a Ratatouille critic.
Bro.
Stop! Oh my god.
You know what? You know who you'll probably like? All right. Have you ever watched Frankenweenie?
Frankenweenie.
It's literally my favorite movie of all
It
time, by the way.
sounds similar.
It really is.
Sounds
It's honestly my
familiar.
favorite movie. Okay, in Frankenweenie, he has a professor or a teacher, and he literally reminds me of the critic, except he talks like this, and you know he's alive. So it's and he's very strict and kind of very monotone.
Oh.
And wears only black.
Is it
You know,
black
wears
and
only
white
black.
movie?
It is a black
Hey,
and white movie.
you know
Is it by
that
Tim
I love that
Burton?
movie. Frankenweenie. Yeah, it is a
that
Tim Burton
reminded
movie.
me of someone too
I
when he
knew
said that.
it.
So
I think I saw like one.
Dude, I love
So-
that movie. I
never
don't
watched
ever
that movie.
I don't ever really get like emotional like that. But in that movie, I got very emotional. Very emotional. I
And
love
then-
that movie.
I'm gonna
I've
make
never
a
watched. I've
girl
only watched it one
character.
time. I've never watched it more.
You
than
know
once.
I
what?
wanna make
I know someone that she would really have a
Wait.
crush on. You know, from Meet the
Oh, what is it?
Robinson. You know the tall
Who?
skinny from Meet the Robinsons. You know the tall
No.
skinny guy. You know
Oh.
the
Meet the
black hat. You
Robinsons?
know the main character's
No idea.
old friend that became evil in the future, came back to try to.
No.
Wait,
no.
Galaxy
I know
Quest?
what you're-
You know who I'm talking about too.
I know who you're talking about.
The guy
but
with the
I'm good.
robotic hat and
I'm
everything.
good.
Yeah, no, he's your
I have
favorite.
no
You know,
idea.
big nose,
Fine,
skinny,
I'll do you
tall,
another thing. My very, very
mus-
first
mustache.
crush before Johnny Bravo, when I was
Johnny.
5.
No, Johnny Bravo was caked. You know that wouldn't be right.
Yeah,
He's gotta be
it was
skinny.
Beforehand, I'm gonna let you in
Johnny
on a little
Bravo was a
secret,
crush.
okay?
What?
I'll let you in on a little secret.
All right.
What is going on?
My
here?
first ever crush
All right.
was
Okay.
a snake from Jungle Book.
Bruh. What? Why? Why? Can I know why? Give us the reason why.
Because he was sexy.
No, for real, why?
You do not sound like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course,
yeah.
It sounded just like that,
100%,
but it's okay.
100%.
He put me under his trance. Let's just say.
What?
Okay, but like, what did you like that made you like the snake from Jungle Book?
I don't know.
Like,
I
what?
don't,
Oh my
okay, let me think.
Like, what was it? What was
Hold on one
the
second.
traits? Was it that you just like snakes because I don't know, they remind you of like something, or was it his voice? Was it his,
No,
like
because
you
he
like
sounded
villains?
exactly like Winnie the Pooh.
He did not sound.
Yes, he did. It was the
No,
same
he
voice
didn't.
actor. It was the same
Okay,
voice
but he
actor.
didn't sound like Winnie the Pooh though.
Yes, he
didn't
did.
sound. No way. The snake came down and was like, "Hey, what's going on, y'all? What y'all doing? It's me, the snake." That's not how it. No way.
Yes,
There's
it
no
did.
way. No, it
Fuck
didn't. I'm
off.
telling you,
Yes,
it didn't sound like that. No, it
Yes, he
didn't.
did.
bro. If the
Yes!
snake comes down and wasn't, and oh, what are you guys doing? Okay, that's what the snake sounds like. He did not sound like, "What's going on, y'all? It's me, the little snake, here to tell." No, it's not even
He
close.
sounded like a slithery version of Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, maybe that makes more sense, but it still wasn't Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, I'm just saying, they're the same voice actor.
I mean, it
so-
could be the same voice actor, you know.
No, it
but-
was.
Okay, so maybe it was.
I know my animation. Okay.
Do you though?
Animation.
Okay, so I apparently I'm gonna be honest. Your fictional crush is way more diverse than what I had as like a kid. I had like a
Tell
crush on
me.
like the Pink Ranger, and
The
I think
Pink
like
Ranger?
Rogue from X-Men. That's the series. X-Men.
Okay,
Rogue from
yeah.
X-Men. I was like, I loved her so much, and same with Jean Grey. Like I loved Jean Grey.
Oh, yeah, Jean Grey.
She was so but that was pretty much it. I didn't like like I don't know, like Lion King Zazu or something like that. There's nothing, you know what I mean? Like not that. Like
okay, I'm not
I don't
furry.
okay, well Zazu's a bird, so that has nothing to do with furries. What?
Feathery.
I meant with the snake.
Well, yeah, the snake's not a furry either. No one said you were a furry. What?
I just thought you were okay.
What's going on?
Listen.
Yes, go ahead.
I think when I was younger,
Mm,
and I don't agree with this right now. Okay. I don't
okay.
agree, but I think I wanted him to eat me.
Now that could mean two things. So I'm gonna okay.
You know what? I think Turbo. I think that porn exists out
I am-
there. You know,
yeah, I'm blown away. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, more power to you. Like, you like snakes and stuff. Like I said, I'd like the Jean Grey, Rogue, and like
Can
the
I
Pink
just mention
Ranger.
I don't feel that way right now, and I don't know why I had that crush.
Like I said, whatever you're into.
I just
on
said
you.
I don't know why I don't condone it now.
I mean, look, like that's why I was asking why. Like maybe it was a voice. Like, hey, it could be like, look, like just the voice of the snake was this and that, or it could be like just the way he acted.
sounded
I
like Winnie
like
the
villains. I mean, that doesn't help. Like sounding like Winnie the Pooh doesn't, like, like, oh yeah, that's why. But hey, if that's what you like, hey, who am I to judge? You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't.
No, I don't like
I'm
him
not
anymore.
gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. Like whatever. That's your
I don't
thing.
like him
more power to
anymore.
you. All right. I mean, we never asked. I'm just saying. Hey, we're talking about past things. I'm not like over here like, oh my god, Jean
Oh.
Grey. we all know this is past. This is like when we were kids. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
So-
the fictional crushes I mentioned before him
Yeah.
are current.
Yeah. We didn't even ask about this. You brought this up. You were
Okay,
talking.
great, because I love conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. What about you,
Yeah.
Bear? What was your fictional?
Yeah,
When
what
you
are
were younger.
yours?
I never.
Did you have like a
I
I
fictional
never had
crush?
one growing up. You
You
ever?
didn't have one girl that in a cartoon or just didn't exist.
No.
I mean, I'm talking when I'm talking fictional. I'm talking like non like
Right,
live TV,
like,
you know
right,
what I mean?
I-
'Cause
right,
Topanga
right.
was my. I mean, obviously Topanga's a fictional character.
Cartoon
She's
crushes,
played by
say
somebody,
that.
but she
Cartoon.
was
Right.
my
But like, I never had a.
real life. But we're talking about cartoons.
Yeah,
stuff,
I'll be
right? Like,
honest
that's
with
what
you.
we're talking about.
Growing up, I never fully understood that growing up. I've had maybe like one friend who would mention that, where they had like a crush on like an animated character, but I'm like, I never
Yeah.
understood that person. I never understood that.
Yeah.
So-
No, I could never have a crush. It was more just like, wow, like I really like them. Like
Yeah.
it was more to me, it was more like if I like I would want those qualities in like the human that but I never
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was kind of like I could not be like oh man, like that the SpongeBob whale girl, like oh man, she's hot. Like I just wanna
Hey,
I just like her.
hey,
so
I'm
much.
telling- I'm
there's
telling
no
you,
way. Like
if
there's not
it's
even when I
out
was a
there,
kid. Like, I
if
was
it's out there and it exists, it's a porn.
oh my god. Yeah, I mean, now I'm not debating that, but I'm saying I would never feel like that. Like, you know what I mean?
But
Not with a
I'm
fictional
gonna be honest with you.
character.
There
I
are
don't know, it
people
just
there.
doesn't do that for
Even
me.
back when growing up, there was like I said, I had that one friend, just that one friend that was into an animated character like that, and I could not understand him. Like growing up, just like what? But
S3RL. Was it the what's that song called? MTC Part 2. Yeah, if you look up the MTC Saga by S3RL, the DJ, right?
Okay.
It's a story that this dude, he's programming a girl that lives in a program. She's like an anime chick that he makes in a program, and they care for each other, but she lives in the computer and he's outside. Would you know this? Have you seen this?
No, this
Yeah,
sounds
I'm surprised
bad.
you haven't seen this.
I haven't seen it.
Bad.
Look, the song, I love the music. I love S3RL. I love the music. It's probably like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Concept, like one video.
But it's essentially he programs and he makes a girl that like loves him and that he loves her. But they can only, she lives in the computer, like she's a program. And eventually what happens is obviously it's like the government like doesn't allow for you to create an AI human being, right? So like he has to do this in hiding, and so he finally makes a capsule, and he's able to bring this like kind of like out of like robot form, but makes like an AI computer that like loves, you know what I mean? Like she lives in the computer now. She lives outside the computer. She has like a body, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he's like happy, but it triggers like security, like the police and stuff. So they come and it's like flying robots because it's in the future. So nice. It's like flying like turrets, and they like start shooting, and they're trying to destroy her. So he's trying to like run away, and he's got like a little bot that helps him. So they're like running away. And it's cool. Just watch it. It's really cool, and it's all DJ music, so it's all like a DJ music video. But it's like, I guess it's like 4 parts, and they just put it all together.
How lonely are you that you have to create that?
Well, I mean, look, I will say this: it could be that. Looks, not every guy has amazing social skills. Not every guy has looks or a confidence. Some guys, they have just what they have. Maybe they have past trauma that doesn't let them kind of like show how great of a guy they are. I mean, this can go for girls too, but I'm just going off why a guy might do this, why he. That's why I even see, I get like a thing. I'm like, I'm in my head. I'm like, I would never freaking do this, but somebody might. It says, it's like, download this AI girlfriend, and it's an app, and you have an AI girlfriend that says like, hey, how you doing? And texts you and stuff like that. And you keep up with it, kind of like the whole Master Chief Cortana thing,
right? That's the thing too. Like, you get people who have no more self-confidence because of previous experience, like maybe even in a relationship alone, like maybe they had an abusive partner, and they're like, they don't want to be with anyone anymore.
They had an abusive partner,
and so they'll resort to like artificial means,
Exactly. I will say this: I have thick skin, right? Like someone can, like, if a random person can say messed up things about me, about my mom, this and that, I really do not care. I'm like, all right, well, whatever you say does not affect me in any way, and I really don't care. That's why VR chat, I'll go in public lobbies, people are gonna say stuff, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I do not moved. But when someone that I really care about or love or just really care for or whatever, and they hurt you, that does hurt. That really does hurt. You know what I mean? Like I take that to heart, and it's hard to recover from that. So some people might not recover. You know what I mean? They might have, kind of like what you said, they were maybe in an abusive relationship, or maybe they were in a relationship and they just kind of never like were able to recoup from it, and they're very lonely. And they might have to, hey, if you have the ability to make an AI that they kind of like talk back to you, like, why not?
Right. And one that you can program and kind of make it your own thing to make you happy. Which, I mean, a lot of people do that, or not AI, but in other means. But
well, not even, they might have like a diary or something, not diary or journal that they write in, like, and they I've seen it where a guy will write journal entries as if they're writing a letter to someone they love, thinking like in their head, like, oh, that's like, it helps to talk to them as if they're reading it, even though there's no one else reading it. There's no one else seeing this. I feel like that helps people in general. I'm a guy that likes to write things down, by the way. Like, I don't know, like, if I have a list of things to do, I like to write it down,
Yeah. But not to try to cut things short, but I actually have to get going. So
where are you going?
He's got to feed his cat.
Yeah, I gotta feed my cat. I gotta get going.
Can I say one last thing?
No.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I wanted to make another OC that's for my fictional female crushes.
Okay.
Nice.
Like in a combination, like Jasper from Steven Universe, and the buff chick from Arcane. I forgot her name.
Okay, cool.
Not Powder. Vi, and then there's not a lot of buff chicks out there, but you know what I meant.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
I mean,
Right.
not the new show, because I heard I think it's too skinny.
Yeah, she's not bulk like a real She-Hulk would be.
I want a thick woman to step on me. Also, Dimitrescu.
What is happening?
Dimitrescu.
Okay.
From
You know. All right. It's gonna end it here. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Boom. Yeah.
Lady Dimitrescu.
No.
All
right.
I'm done.
No. You're definitely done for sure.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Like,
I'm just saying.
no, you're done.
No, you're right. You're right. I feel like everyone agrees.
Yep. Everybody agree with you. All right. And there we go. Anyhow, everybody, hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the Beargunson's podcast. Take care. Have a good night or good morning, depending on where you're at. And the other previous episodes will be uploaded soon to YouTube, as well as this one. I might edit it here and there. But anyways, like always, take care. Have a good one. And don't forget to support all the content creators involved here. And yeah, I think it's about it. Got to get going. We'll be implementing new podcast next Sunday. So look out for that. Hope you all enjoy it. And until the next time, deuces.
Take care, y'all.
Sheesh. There you go. Baba booey. Baba booey.
Bye.